I'd start with a thought on the season. You guys obviously coming so close last year, new year. Just give me your thoughts on the approach, I guess, to this year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. At some point, you have to turn the page and move forward and have that focus on this year. And we've touched on that at times throughout training camp and getting back, and a whole new, another set of expectations with the group and within the group, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows what's at stake, and you always want to get off to a good start in a new season, and there's always that excitement for every team. It's but especially coming off what we went through, and you have to turn that page and reset and focus on a new season.
Is that harder to do, easier to say than to do because?
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody probably went through a lot. Obviously a lot of the same emotions after losing, and then through the summer, I think everybody probably dealt with it in their own way. Something that never goes away. Guys, I've been there in the past. It never leaves you. It's always there. You go back and play in that building, and it's that feeling is just that lost, no matter how many years ago it was. So, but I think everybody understands that with a veteran group. I think even the guys that weren't here that have come in understand that, and it's just something that with the maturity of the group has to be done. It's good to talk about. It's good to learn from with the group, but again, everybody probably dealt with it differently throughout the offseason in their own way, and have to be able to move forward.
Being here from the start of the year, I guess, how does that kind of help you find a role with this club?
Yeah, it's nice. Coming in at deadline, it takes a little bit to adjust and find a role within the group. But I felt the transition was good. For me, it's just nice having the family here, the kids here from the start, settle in, find a home, all those sorts of things. But it's that's a big deal. It's you're more at ease, I think. Just getting in that day-to-day routine, getting used to things here, the city, the people. I guess a lot of little things, but it certainly does help me. It helps me mentally just focus on hockey. So it's, and that was something I think that was important to me going into the off season. It's certainly something that played a role in coming back.
Adam, Corey just talked about how the group collectively talked about getting back to the standard, especially coming up the last two preseason games. Can you maybe add to that, what that conversation entailed, and where this standard is truly at?
Yeah, it's high. And I think it's been there for a long time. Before me, before Corey, these guys set a high standard, and that's, being on the other side of it, it's known around the league. It's anytime you're playing the Oilers, it's going to be a high-paced game, a high-tempo game. The expectation for this team is to win, and that's on a nightly basis. It's how we put the group together, and we within the group, everybody holds each other to that high standard. Throughout the entire lineup, no single guy is more important than the other. Everybody has an important role to play within the group, and I think having that mentality and having that from each guy is important going into a season. I think everybody takes a lot of pride within their roles within the group, whether you're playing 20 minutes or whether you're playing 10 minutes, or if it's penalty kill or power play, whatever it may be. Everybody knows at the end of the day, it's all about the team and the team's success. So whatever each guy has to do, maybe you have to sacrifice a little bit here or there, but for the betterment of the group, and everybody knows that.
Adam, can you just go back to when you were talking about that shared experience that you guys had at the end of last season and the pain that came with that? Yes, you deal with it in different ways, but coming into this season, how can that be something that unifies you and also that you guys can kind of use as, I don't know if it would be like a secret weapon, but you have that shared bond?
Yeah, you go through runs like that, and guys that aren't here, will always be a part of that. And there's that bond that is created, and it's a special bond. One that we'll always have together. There's certainly a lot of great memories through that run, and a lot of other memories too. So it has to ignite that fire within you to want to get back there. And I think everybody has that within themselves. And then it's a matter of the group coming together and having that fire to push every single night. It's a long season, on Wednesday if it's not a do or die situation, but everybody knows how important it is to start the season, on a high note and get off to a good start and get those good feelings back within the group to allow it to push throughout the hard parts of the season.
I know green flag was 10 minutes ago, but who do you got in the race?
Chase Elliott.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Sleeper pick, the 51.
51?
Yeah, Corey LaJoy.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
it. You're on record now.
Yeah, hey, no problem.